What if you shoot in space? We've all seen Star Wars, or at least know what it's about. Put simply, the good guys and the bad guys fight in a series of interplanetary battles. During these battles, there's plenty of shooting, but with lasers instead of guns. So what would happen if you were to use guns in space? What would happen to the bullets? Could guns even work? That's what this video is going to explore today. What if you were to shoot a gun in space? First off, the most dramatic thing about firing a gun is the sound it makes. The explosive bang as you pull the trigger is enough to make anyone take notice. That's why there's countless movie scenes where a hushed tone is interrupted by a dramatic gunshot. Well, this is why you'll see lasers rather than guns in space movies. In space, there would be no sound. So technically, you wouldn't hear lasers too, but that's a topic for another video. The phrase, "in space, no one can hear you scream," is true, because unlike light, sound needs a medium to travel through. Sound needs vibrations, and in the vacuum of space, there are no particles to vibrate. So, pull that trigger, and you'll hear nothing. You might also be thinking that it's impossible to shoot a gun because you need oxygen to set off the reaction to fire a bullet. You would have been right in the past, but modern ammunition contains its own oxidizer, a chemical that will trigger the explosion of gunpowder and the firing of a bullet wherever you are in the universe. So, we know it's possible to fire the gun. What's going to happen to the bullet? Well, before we get to that, it's worth noting what's going to happen to you. Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal, opposite reaction. So, if you fired a gun in space, the propulsion that would send the bullet out of the chamber and into the black void would also send you in the opposite direction with no gravity stopping you. Yes, it wouldn't be that fast as your mass represents a lot more than the gun, but you would start floating backwards slowly. The bullet, however, would go on an adventure. On Earth, gravity eventually pulls the bullet down, even if it doesn't hit anything, or anyone. In space, where there is no gravity, your bullet could keep moving forever with the expanding universe as long as it doesn't hit something, like an asteroid or a planet. There would literally be no stopping the bullet. The bullet's path would be dictated by gravitational pulls. The enormous gravitational field of Jupiter is likely to suck in a bullet even if it's only vaguely aimed at the giant orange planet. As it does, it will start to pick up speed at an enormous rate. If the bullet is shot straight towards Jupiter, the planet's gravity will cause the bullet to reach a speed of almost 60 kilometers per second by the time it crosses the planet's threshold. The other thing that could happen to your bullet is that it could double-cross you. If you're in orbit around a planet, you're being held by a weak gravitational field. This means that if you shot straight ahead of you, your bullet might go full circle and shoot you in the back. Of course, you'd have to be very unlucky and it would take a while, but technically it could happen. So, this is what would happen if you fired a gun in space. Expect to hear nothing, get pushed back, and see your bullet shoot off into the distance, never to be seen again. Or perhaps end up square between your shoulder blades. What do you think about the prospect of locking and loading in space? Would you want to have a go at firing a gun in the black void? Let us know in the comments, and please, like this video if you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more what if videos, then give us a subscribe. Thanks for watching.